guys, hope you'll be fine. First of all, like and subscribe my channel, press the bell icon for new videos and updates. So today we talk about a step-by-step guide of how I will build a SaaS company or a business right now for 2025. I have been getting some questions recently from people that have reached out to me for advice and inviting to pay it forward to community. I have advised a ton of business from idea to see to rising money and existing. My focus is not on business strategy, sales and marketing, all round business and existing to rising the money and existing. My focus is on business strategy, sales and the marketing all round and building and the repeatable process and streamlining operation. This is what I advise my client to the right now. Jen and all thought about the B2B and B2C. If you are B2B, you are looking at either ongoing service on software and in some cases a little of the both. And if you are B2C, you should be looking at consumable product, things people buy multiple times with have LTV lifetime value customer or product with a subscription element. No other expectation here. If you are selling into either business or consumer today, it's all about perceived value, which means there is some wiggle room depending on who you are selling to. But the following really should be help is the foundational. These are pretty much the only reason people buy things for BT2. It saves them time and makes the save them money. Adoption is simple for their workforce, it's easy to incorporate into an existing workflow and anyone can use it. Cost of switching in the learning as transparency and lows for bigger insight provides idea. B2C edition 1 provide them joy or enhances their life that it. The most high growth business usually knock out at least the two of the above. Really high growth company hit four or more. And about is an example of hitting just about all of them. And number one, no need to call a cab company and hope that show up. Know what they are, save them money, no more guessing on price and subside ride. Just download an app on your existing phone and add your CC number. Tell me where my ride is, how long until they come to me, and how much it will cost. Give me an easy way to get a ride when parking is tough or drinking is small cause of their reliability. And this work for a lot of business stuff, and there are more than a few SaaS company that I'm close with that have nailed the majority of them and are creeping up in client and funding as a result in historically busy spaces. Overall management advice cause it's more important than people think. Managing a staff just because someone is a great employee and does not make them a greater manager, and just cause someone is an executive does not make them a great communicator. Respect that everyone has different ways of the communicating. Two lessons I have learned from the working with a ton of senior leadership. Internally break down everything into little goals. Constantly ask yourself, what's my goal? When it relate to call, email, outreach, posting, hearing, meeting, ads, make this shit your mantra. Then distill it's down to the simplest form it can be. And you should always strive for clear and concise communication throughout all interaction. If you disagree with a request or find it not in the best interest, agree anyway first, then raise question about it. Remember, we are all this together, and our goal as a company is to help everyone clearly article what's my goal at a micro level to encourage good communication. Record all your process from day one. Process is what set apart winner. A loser always be looking to improve your process because down the line you are going to be looking to automate these. Have record of your approach and what worked and did not will be invaluable while growing, scaling or building system to streaming your approach. And there is a tool for everything. That does not mean you should as every tool. Find what works for your team and what has the highest level of adoption. Create good habit around using the tool that provides you the best organization and pep talk done. Let's and get down to business. When you are starting out, the only thing that matter are business strategy, partnership, product and marketing strategy. In that order, some of you will argue a team should be included, but I'm of the belief that if you nail all above correctly and the people you have running, it don't matter as much. It's more matter of consistency and process than the people are executing. Today most smart business follow the same and the same path. Start with your revenue and monetization plan. Are you targeting a sector that has money and can will pay. Align yourself with other in your space. Cheapest way to get traction, credibility. Work on road mapping your product to align with what complement your partnership. Cheapest distribution. Work on building a marketing strategy that can help expose and align your brand and while strengthening its recognition with your partner. Will this mark us both look good, look and build customer advocate along the way, tell their story led with example, then if and then the above if done correctly and correctly massively increasing your chances of success. Let's go over them one by one. This post only covered number one. Let me know in the comment if you want to me write up to thoughts. 5, revenue and monetization. Will they pay? Do they have money? The following three questions can help you quickly weed out your idea. Is what you are building something that people are used to paying for? Is the part of business you are looking at a cost center or a revenue generator? Number three, is what you are providing a race to the bottom or increasingly a data play? Your answer should be yes, revenue generated data play. And this is your best shot at success. Even a reduction in cost is not and sexy all the time. Just compare your spot budget to your marketing budget and these things become clear. Story time relevant to number two above cost converter value generator. We are using a series of three tools to automate a series of tasks we all hated. The three tools cost us around $1,500 a month. The tool that did all the automation and what that we added less than $200, and we had to use the other tool either may, but the $200 we were able to automate 80% of our work was the would have paid 10x for those solution. The gap was we did not have any other good option to accomplish what was needed. I thought about building out a system and product to fit this space, knowing the amount of saving this provided, but I ran into a problem. People were not used to paying the amount for what we could provide, and the part of business was viewed as a cost center, and the data play is something that had not been used in that way before. Great idea, needed proven out but not marketable. You always want to be a part of revenue creation. People are willing to pay more just about every time. Even really good ideas sometimes are not worth pursuing if the market condition cannot support and cannot support them. If you hit all the above three, then we can move on the best step for getting this up and running. The steps for validating an idea: market knowledge, competitor research, Nikki, and a marked budget, market knowledge, and know the industry you are entering. Please, for the love of everything, only start a company if you have intimate domain experience. And put differently, if someone was looking for someone to present even a little local level account what you are building, would you be able to speak articulately about it where people would respect your opinion cause or past work you have done? If the answer is yes, put yourself on the back. If it is no, stop, don't pass go. You are stuck with two options and recreate someone to and the work with you that has enough domain knowledge for the both of you are number two. Go and get some experience in the field, then come back to your plan. Far too often I talk to people that have had massive success or are really smart, but they are taking on a project or product that is outside of the sweet spot. This led to utter and total chaos and really is a waste of time and money in the vast majority of cases. Those that don't know partner will get to more of this in the second step. I have seen this work with company where some groups backed and lacked complete domain expertise. These were 3x CEO and founder with a healthy exit. This is harder to do but works if you are smart about it. So, what happens when a founder does not have domain level experience, especially in the early going? Problem with go to market and validation. Sometimes a general lack of understanding of business principle and market condition. The result 99.9% of time is that without domain expertise, founder and at misadjusting the market massively and fail to provide the appropriate value, and they often find themselves playing catch up and not in a good way. This is something that is easy to avoid but hard to admit to and the oneself. I'm a huge and the proponent of learning an industry on the fly, but I feel like the better decision when possible is to get paid by someone else while you are learning. But what about and the getting advisor and consultant to help me bridge the gap. I have seen this one in person. I have been part of this one. People don't listen all the time. In some of company I have done work for, I have led or what step that should take. And I will talk about number two, competitor research, and that its own post and a half. Selling to someone that is using an existing solution is easier than introducing someone on a new concept or idea. Cheaper too if they're the competitive, and there are easy way to build entire spreadsheet of their client list. Look for industry within those client lists to build case study around. Remember, and you are in the game of creating content. Be a sources of your communities. Qualify a potential customer by using their opinion in your content marketing. You and the use existing platform for distribution where possible. You have more competitor that you have and when launching a product, even if you have a market first, you are going to quickly find that the barrier to entry are steep, and if the market is big enough, people will be able to outspend out and the maneuver and not shout oh you are pretty quickly. This should not deter you, it just means you need to be smarter. Existing provider know the entire landscape for the type of product that you are creating. Know all the sort of competitor. Talk to people and see what they're using as question on Reddit and in other forum. Understand who people know in the market. Then go to G2 and Captera and every other place that people talk about those products. Scrap all the review with pros and cons on some website. The reviewers even and they have and the LinkedIn links, and go to their profile, learn about the companies they work for, the role they have at. There is so much data out there. Work smart from the start. And now we talk about niche your shit down. The biggest problem that and the most company have is being able to properly niche it down to the most ideal customer profile first, then work to expand the market after the fact. Remember that perceived value command from way above. So how do you find yourself in the best possible chance of creating something that you can do well with and build something that people are paying for, generate revenue for the business, and includes a data play as the icing on the cake that improves process and decision making. This will never work in broad term. You need to be specific. One of the most common and the misstep people have is saying their product is for everyone or every business, and this is a red flag. Don't do this. Focus on doing one thing better than everyone else. Look for data that support a 10x uptick. This is basically required if you want someone to give you a product as try or moving things over from an existing system are annoying. Your product need to be very narrow. When you think you have gone narrow, you need to go more narrow. And example, we are help desk product. We are help desk products for e-commerce company. We are help desk product for e-commerce company using Shopify. We are help desk product for e-commerce company using Shopify and the ship station. We have a help desk production for e-commerce company using Spotify and the ship station that have less than 100 calls. We are the help desk product for e-commerce company using Shopify and ship station that have less than 100 calls and do less than $10 million in the annual revenue. And now we talk about in mark budget. Is the budget expanding? Will it be expanded if you can tie result back to your product? This is actually really important because it comes to the ability to grow an account once you are in the account. Some business are better than other. If your sport desk product like above and you reduce the amount of work people need to do, you are reducing seed. If you can't add feature and other element to increase the revenue per account or the size of the sport team, you have actually tapped out. This is the argument behind being a revenue generation company rather than a cost center. When it comes to a cost center, it is a race to the bottom and kill expansion. It forces you to always be acquiring a new customer to increase revenue. This should be plenty to digest as you are thinking of idea to pursue. Let me know your thoughts in the comments and hope this help people out. Traction and early traction. Everyone wants it. Very few people know how to do it effectively. How I have seen it all, run all experiment, all the tests, and I can't tell you from experience. If you have the patience, slow, steady, and surgical is the way to grow, especially in the beginning. The goal of this will be understand how to niche it down, how to use this to target a market, recognize opportunity, how to position within the market, how to give yourself the biggest chance of success. I have chosen to outline these in all four steps for niching down. You are going to these steps move from research to market evaluation to list building stopping just sort of outrage. We will touch on this in part 3, and this is the most important part of your entire business. I'm serious. Let's rock through this together so we can get your super focus and now what and how to spend your time and money. Number one, level one, we are help desk product. How to niche it down. The big question is for who, and so you have picked the type of products you are building and a use case. The problem is there are lots of people like you out there, and this does not tell me much about your market. It's too broad. How to use this to target a market recognize opportunity? Because this is so broad, it is impossible to actually target a marketing, and without being able to do that, it is not possible to recognize opportunity. There are just too many of them. How to position within that market? Competition is good and bad, but it's always better to be a big fish in a little pond. The best way to reduce the size of your pond is to niche it down as much as possible while still understanding a large enough total addressable market. How to give yourself the biggest chance of success? No wasted effort. Every idea concept must have a small goal attached to it. It's too expensive to try to everything for everyone. And when you take this approach, you end up failing at doing any one thing well enough for people to switch. Let's build on this. Level 2, we are help desk product for e-commerce company. How to niche it down? Pick an industry, a trend. This is on the rise. Look toward a shift or something that relates to changes people are making in their daily routine. In this case, we picked e-commerce cause it's on track to hit over $7 trillion worldwide this year, and has steadily been increasing across our brand. So we are having industry with a large enough economy driver to let us start niching down. How to use this target a market and recognize opportunity? We know by things online that we never would have thought to do. So even just a few years ago, Amazon is selling tiny homes. Now seriously, if you can buy it else or you can do it online, there are massive opportunity to bring goods and services to people through convenient online shopping, and with that increases they will all need a help desk platform to provide the best experience for their customer today don't want to speak with people, they want answer quickly and easily. It's all about reducing friction. How to position within that market? Narrow down within their market. E-commerce is a good starting point. There are different industry subsets and category. Go narrower. Start thinking about what the friction exists in the industry and for what subset. How to give yourself the biggest chance of success in the beginning? It's going to uphill battle. Picking the right trending industry will give you the best chance of success. Something that is rising up to the right in popularity is way easier to sell into than a trend that is the declining. Know your competitive landscape. Everyone has a competitor, whether tracked partial or midly, and let you spend a lot of time understanding this and knowing that your product is a part of a very large landscape, a landscape of potential competitor. Any one of the existing partial or midly related competitor may be building something to more directly competitive with you down the road. Hope you'll be fine, and I hope guys. And now we talk about practical advice. Most companies stop here and hope for the best. Unfortunately, this is not go to market plan a sustainable business model. There is an important bit worth mentioning here as it will become a theme of this entire pod. Great product enhance workflow through the feature. The focus is not on the product but what the product enable people to do. Success in the software business is all about understanding existing workflow and simplifying the experience. As you do it exercise to niche you down, ask yourself what does the current workflow look like? What are they currently using? How they are currently using it? What are the gap? What are the best practices for creating workflow? Always seek to understand how your product work in a workflow. What are the things that matter most to people in the e-commerce space? That's a lot of question with even more answer when you peel everything. But it becomes very clear that it is not impossible and the to answer all of them without going deeper. Too many people to talk, too many in the industry, too much everything. Let's talk a different approach. How I go to Shopify in the next niche round. No successful new SaaS company today launches without an integration. So let's find e-commerce platform to integrate with. We have to look for a stable player that has an app store, and this is a market leader. As a starting point, my goal is to be help desk for e-commerce company. Number one, I need a list of all e-commerce platform. I need to understand which help desk are already integrated with. I need to understand what people like and don't like about them. I need to find out which platform is going to be best and the fit for many products. There are lots of sources for this and even more article. Google and read. And now we talk about we are help desk product for e-commerce companies using Shopify. How to niche it down? It's more than just market size. Giving with the market leader is always a safe, but it also provides the most competition. Sometime going with a smaller platform that does not get all the attention is a worthless research project. Guys, to enjoy this video, like and subscribe my channel for new videos and update about the business or any. Tell me in the comment. Have a nice time. Goodbye.